Testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. 1, 2, 3, testing. welcome into a windy Piedmont, South Carolina.
Hurricane season.
It's playoff season as well as the Canes take on the Pendleton Bulldogs. A 2 versus 3 matchup, David. That should be interesting here at home.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for a lot of reasons. My dad and I were talking earlier on the phone. It's going to come down to the fact that this wind will play effects. There's no way this week because we got the Bulldogs. So they snuck into third place there in that Region 1, and, hey, they're over here, and, hey, they'll be ready to play, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, and as you say that, they did take down Walhalla twice in 1 week to lock up that 3 seed over there in that region, as the Daniel Lions will take on the BHP Bears, who took the 1 seed off the tiebreaker. As we take a look at the District 2 playoffs, you see at the top, Clinton Broome, the winner of this game, will take on the winner there. And David, I'll let you explain it into a little more depth, but a lot like the real NCAA tournament double elimination, kind of like a regional here.
It is. So you've got 4 teams that are in our district. It's called districts, and so you got 4 teams in our district. That being Clinton, the number 1 seed, the Hurricanes, number 2 seed. We need to go explain that, too, before we get too far after we go through this. Pendleton will be your number 3 seed, and Broome, the number 4 seed. Clinton and Broome playing tonight in Clinton. And, of course, the Bulldogs and the Hurricanes will be here and take it. So winners match off. So if the Hurricanes win and the Centurions win, then the Centurions would come here. But if the Hurricanes win and the Red Devils win down there, then we're packing our bags. We're going to Clinton, South Carolina on Thursday night.
Yeah, as we take a look through, I think Austin has the other side of the bracket.
Fountain in twice, and they were able to do that to get in. Of course, the way the tiebreakers work, to my understanding, they probably would have got in anyway, but they slip in. But Powdersville and Seneca, you can expect the Dogs in this situation didn't hurt the Hurricanes too bad, but you still got to win. It doesn't matter where bracket you're in, you got to win. But let's talk about how the Hurricanes got here. So, of course, last week we were scheduled to play that Thursday night game at Anderson University for the playoff for the region. Of course, Noah built an ark on Thursday, and I actually built an ark Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So the game got postponed. Well, we couldn't play Friday because we had our junior-senior prom on Friday. They could have played Saturday. I'm not a big fan of playing on Saturday, especially, I've been to a high school prom. I stayed up really late, so you don't really want to play on Saturday. Well, here's the kick of the real decision-making why you don't play on Saturday. You're going to play in that game, and you're going to throw both your dogs. You're going to throw Judd, and then across the way, they're going to probably throw Magaha. If they throw, and they throw over 90 pitches, they can't pitch this week at all. And so you both are going to go into the playoffs and not have your number 1. So that's really what it comes down to. In the end, it worked out for the Hurricanes to be number 2 seed. You still get T-shirts, conference champions. Now let's go win a state championship.
I was about to say, I feel like it was a win-win situation if you're the Canes. Last but not least, before we go to break, and again, apologize for any win. Hopefully it goes away at some
Just
point.
Just get over it. It's baseball.
But Jacob Allen, we talked about it pre-game. Judd Ellison may be being saved if you win here tonight against Clinton, but Jacob Allen on the mound nonetheless. We're used to 16.
Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a save. I think it's, you got to understand, when you get to this situation, you have to start matching up a lot further than tonight. So you have to look games ahead and try to see your best matchups. It isn't necessarily that we're saving anyone tonight. I think the matchup is good, but I also think it sets us up for the long tenure here as to where we need to go.
Of course, as usual, Blake Miller, David Thompson, Austin Tripp behind the computers, and Ethan Mayfield on the camera. Here on the Wren Broadcast Network, we'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back with the first pitch here in playoff mode in Piedmont. back here in Piedmont, and your Game Time Weekly Defensive Roundup brought to you by David Thompson.
Hey, it's time to play some baseball. Interesting stuff here. We'll get into a little bit of game stuff going on, but starting on left field is Carson Goodell, senior. In center field is your nobody else but the Gambino. In right field will be Judd Ellison. Over at third is Mr. Jackson Whitmore. Shortstop, Grayson Austin. At second base, Mr. Maverick Hayden Porter. Over at first, getting the start tonight, lefty Josh Smith. And your battery behind the plate, what should be, I personally think, player of the year in the conference, in the region, is Mr. Cody Wilson. And on the mound, my dog's going to shove it tonight, Mr. Allen. So should be a good night for baseball. Nice crowd here for the Pendleton Bulldogs. They've made their way in, and nice home crowd for the Hurricanes here. Hurricanes got that gold, championship gold on tonight. Looking forward to getting this start in the playoffs.
And, of course, we welcome in any Pendleton fans watching for the first time, any Canes fans watching for the first time, as we try to get better every single week, but something usually ends up going wrong at some point. Updated Wi-Fi in the last 2 weeks. Scoreboard right now is a work in progress, but nonetheless, playoff baseball here at home. As David Thompson said, Jacob Allen on the mound for the Canes. And to start it off for Pendleton, the left fielder, Cody Williams. Pendleton in, as David said, Wren in championship gold. Pendleton in that all-away black.
Yeah, and again, the wind is blowing out toward left tonight, so it's going to be an interesting evening tonight.
First pitch is a ball. Allen trying to get off to a hot start. That's a quick 2-0 start for 16.
Now, control your emotions early. It is different. Don't want to make any game any bigger, but this is playoff time, so Jacob just needs to control the emotions early.
Of course, the Canes want to get out as quickly as possible as that goes high for 3-0.
Well, we've already fired the home folks up, and that's
feels like he's beating around the strike zone. And that one's right down Broadway for strike one as 16 tries to battle back here early.
Usually you get some better guys behind the plate and on the bases. Of course, we work with a three-man crew when you get to the state playoffs.
Goes inside, gets strike two called to go.
Nice arm side movement there. Worked all the way back. Come on, Jacob, back all the way back. If you are watching tonight, thanks for watching. But just a reminder, we don't need any hate mail. This is a Wren broadcast.
Allen comes set, full count, looking for out number one. Tries to go outside, and that's fouled off, so it'll stay full for Cody Williams. And there's Randall's first noise of the night.
Let's keep up with him. Not really.
It'll be a lot and counting throughout the night. Allen deals. 3-2 count goes high. It's laced into center field. Gambrell will be there for the Canes. And Cody Williams gets it started off for the Bulldogs with a leadoff single.
Yeah, that ball's up. Again, I know I've said it 100,000 times, but ball up, easy to do. Probably look for a bunt here. They won't be afraid to do that. And so getting out is the key, and try to minimize the damage that we can.
It is Jaden Branson, the shortstop for the Bulldogs, and the man on first. Allen looking for that ground ball. Gets the bunt right back to the pitcher. Turns the first for out number one as he does a job and moves Cody Williams up to second for Pendleton.
So the question would be right there, man, it's right back to the pitcher. Why not throw it to second? Well, it was back to the pitcher, but you got to get basically a one hop back to the pitcher to turn two there. So smart play there by Jacob getting the out. And got one man out and got a guy on second, and pretty good stick coming up the plate.
Yeah, Matthew Slayton, big dog for the Pendleton Bulldogs.
Yeah, he's been their dog on the mound. Of course, he's not getting the start tonight.
Pick off. Well, not pick off. He keeps it.
But he's been kind of their guy this year at the plate and on the mound. Some struggled latter part of the season on the mound. I think that might be the reason They used him more in a relief role, so they may be looking to get to a situation they can bring him in relief. But his last 2 outings, he struggled a good bit.
That's what I was going to mention pregame is maybe if team gets in trouble, you'll see those aces come out to try to get game 1 back in your favor. As Allen comes set with 1 out, goes curve on the outside for strike 1.
I'm going to tell you now, he's a good-looking young man, and I'm not, what I mean by that is well put together, athletic, and nice-looking kid.
0-1 count, 16 goes right back at him. It's going to fade foul.
Good luck. The ball's out of here. That ball is out of here.
Wind definitely taking effect early. You can hear it.
I guess congratulations goes out to former head football coach Jeff Tate, getting the job down at Ashley Ridge.
Definitely congratulations to a coach that brought the Canes their first state championship in football.
Yeah.
As Allen comes set looking for out number 2, 0-2 count. And it's laced right back up the middle over top of Jacob Allen. Throw to second for Ben Gambrell. Makes its way home. Will hold him at third, so 1 out. Pendleton off to a hot start with him at the corners.
Yeah, that ball, you hear it say all the time, right back through the middle. That literally was right back through the middle. Jacob had to duck down, or he would have had a Wilson on his head.
John People steps into the box. He's playing third after the late lineup change.
So, still okay here. Roll a ground ball, get a double play. You're out of it. No harm, no foul. But
this is something we've seen in the last couple.
Yeah.
Jacob Allen starts as the first couple innings. Takes him a little while to settle in. Looking for something to get out of it. Starts Peoples off with a strike.
Yeah, you work there, you're going to be okay with Peoples. You can tell in that very first swing, he is pulling his head and pulling the yank it. And in all honesty, get a ball up in this air tonight. Jeez.
1-1 out. Pendleton with him at the corners here in the top of the first. That one's in for strike 2. Quickly 0-2 once again in back-to-back at-bats.
Yeah, you got to get that ball down a little bit, though. That's still up another part of the zone. You got to work down. See what we can do now. Get one down here, roll it to ground ball, and get out of here and go get some runs.
Pickoff, move over to first. Nice dig from Josh Smith. That is a problem that happened against the Bears last week. A couple throwing errors led to runs. Looking for a strikeout here. 0-2 count. Goes high. Peoples doesn't offer, so goes 1-2. Of course, the Canes on a little bit of a skid on the back half. Trying to regain control here in the playoffs. Goes curveball. What a pitch. Not a called strike 3. It runs 2-2. What a pitch, David.
I guess it was too high. I don't know. I guess. He called it a ball, so I guess it's a ball.
2-2 count. 16 comes set. Takes a look at the man on third, delivers, goes breaking
ball. You can't call that a ball.
Inside, strike 3.
You can't call that a ball. That's right on the inner half of the plate. And, hey, big strikeout here. Now you got 2 down, and kind of opens up the wheel to happen here. Another one, that is you can go pretty much anywhere. You can go to second or first in this situation.
Cam Williams in for the Bulldogs. Fouled right back at us. 0-2, and now
I had it 100%.
Allen here in the back half of this top of the first has gotten ahead of batters quickly. Back-to-back 0-2 counts, now sitting 0-1. Trying to strand 2 on the pond for Pendleton. 16 takes a step off and will reset. Just tuning in. Thank everyone for watching tonight. Allen delivers, goes outside. Nice stop from Wilson. Throw down the third.
Got him.
No, not in time.
Wasn't a lot of just
second
guessed
himself.
Yeah, and a big part that a lot of people wouldn't notice. For a guy on first did not advance on that. So. And I think Cody initially looked up to make sure that he didn't go, and by the time he got around third, he was able to get in there with close play over at third.
Nice Stop from the man behind the plate as Allen delivers breaking ball, and inside's been the pitch here in the top of the first.
Yeah, and curveball here. Right there, get the count to 1 and 2 would be a huge out right here after getting first and third with 1 out and getting a man on first and no outs to get out of this.
1-2 count. 16 comes set, trying to get out of the top of the first for the Canes. Jacob delivers. Oh, barely gets a piece of it.
Right on the old knuckles.
So the wind picks up a little bit. Gusts were up to 36 at 6 o'clock. Insanity. 1-2 count.
Hurricane.
Jacob Allen trying to get a gust of wind, walking back to the dugout, goes breaking ball high, 2-2. Wilson pump fakes, gets a new ball.
Yeah, he don't like that ball. In other words, he doesn't like the seams on that ball.
So 2-2 here with 2 outs. Pendleton got off to a hot start, a couple base knocks up the middle, have them on the corners. Allen trying to slam the door to start it off in the first. 16 delivers, goes outside. What a pitch, not called. Little outside. 3-2 count for 16.
Well, now the guy on first will be in motion with 3-2, 2 outs. So
big pitch here early.
got to go 1.
Jacob comes set, delivers. Goes at him. It's laced down right field line. Ellison there for the Canes, and Allen gets out of the top of the first with nothing. 0 on the board for the Bulldogs. We'll be right back as the Canes step into the box.
Okay.
Back here at home as the Canes, of course, strand Pendleton at the corners, and now they get a chance to strike first here in the playoffs, starting off with a senior Hayden Porter at second base. David, he's been really nice in that leadoff role lately for the Canes.
Yeah, he's done a great job. You know, we talked early in the season, T1 trying to get that lineup like where he wanted it. I think he kind of settled in there with Hayden. Hayden's done a great job at the top. And so give us a start right here, kid, and let's go.
You'll see Brantley Major for the Bulldogs. Righty for Pendleton. First pitch is high. And that's one thing for Hayden Porter. He's not the tallest. He can work a walk to lead off, but also got that swing that can get one in the center. Get on base here early for Grayson Austin, Cody Wilson, and others. Major comes right at him with strike one. 1-1 count now.
Again, you can tell what you're going to get right here is just a bunch of arms and elbows going a lot of different places. You got to just wait for that ball to come through the arm slot.
Major comes set. Gets strike 2 called on the outside. Not a call that Jacob Allen got.
That's on the white line. That's not a strike.
1-2 count now. Of course, we got scoreboard working here in the bottom of the first. Major versus Porter to start it off. Major looking for strike 3. Going outside once again, no call, 2-2.
Yeah, if he'd have got that one, well, they would have been an issue.
2-2 count for Porter. Aforementioned Grayson Austin on deck for the Canes. You're in the bottom half of the first. Major delivers. Porter laces one into right center.
That's a double.
It's past.
That's a double.
Everyone in right center. Porter's going to second. Will they send him to third? He'll stop him.
Yeah, you got that on.
Hayden Porter starts it off for the Canes with a leadoff double and hit number 1.
That's a great job of hitting. They changed their two-strike approach back first quarter of the season, and boy, since they did that, we've seen some really good swings like that we see from Hayden. And drive that ball backside to the gap, and now you got yourself set up here with 2, 3, 4 coming up, and they're not too bad.
Youngest star for the Canes here, the freshman shortstop, Grayson Austin, looking to score one early for the 2-seeded Canes. Lays down a bunt. What a bunt from 5. Third baseman picks it up, and he doesn't make the play. Dropped by the first baseman. Austin on first, Porter on third for the hottest bat in the Canes lineup.
Well, that's kind of the way you draw it up here. Got a great bunt there by Grayson. I mean, that's the perfect bunt that you want to get. Key on that is making the third baseman come field the ball. Once he has to vacate, we got the play we want. Now you got Big Dog coming up here first and third, nobody out.
I'll give Barrett Reeves his credit. What a play from the third baseman to make that even close. A pick maybe gets him as Major stares down the barrel of maybe the best bat in this Canes lineup. And it's lifted straight into the air down the third baseline. Third baseman tracking shortstop comes on and makes the play for Pendleton for out number 1.
That was a huge bullet by them.
Yeah, first pitch swinging was 24. That'll bring up the third baseman, Jackson Whitmore, which means we have to shout out the family, Florida Buffalo, Whitmores.
I told the fam, we're going to try, if we win, sort of, Clinton wins, we're going to try to go to Clinton maybe Thursday night. So if they want to watch a game, send some money via Venmo.
Clinton up 1-0 over Broome. His first pitch from Major is 0-1. Big chance here for the Canes. Same situation as the Bulldogs had. One out here, men on the corners for the third baseman for your Hurricanes. That breaking ball's in for strike 2. 0-2 quickly to 12.
Yeah, you got to find a way to get somebody in here. You got to find a way. First and third, you got 3, 4, 5 coming up.
Major looking to do the same thing Jacob Allen did in the top of the first. Canes trying to open it up early. Major steps off, throw to first, and Grayson Austin's safe at second.
That's a balk. We got to get the guy home.
And it is a balk. Porter will make the trot home. The Canes do strike first to make it 1-0. And the coach will come out and have a talk with the ump. Not happy with the decision. The Canes will.
Now they're going to talk it out.
Situation stands right now. Canes lead 1-0. Grayson Austin on second. Austin in the second base for Pendleton talking over what happened. And it will stay the same. I want to say he pointed at third. Now Randy Thompson will get his turn to talk to the umps. Again, situation stands if you're just tuning in. Canes 1-0. Austin on second after the balk from Brantley Major with Jackson Whitmore in the box and an 0-2 count. Now they are discussing the call. Over, of course, Jackson Whitmore aforementioned. Jed Ellison would be on deck for the Canes here with one out. And a big call here early here at home in round number 1 in the district playoffs for the Canes. It looks like Hayden Porter is going to go back to third. So it will be 0-0 with men on first and third for Brantley Major with a 1 out. So back to the situation that we were at forehand before the call.
I had to turn my mic on.
Now Thompson will ask about Austin going to second because it was a steal. If it wasn't a balk, then Austin definitely stole second base. And the home fan's not liking it. Looks like Austin's going to have to stay at first. So 0-2 count for Jackson Whitmore, and the Canes looking for revenge after a call doesn't go their way here early. Major delivers, goes outside, is behind the catcher. Here comes Hayden Porter, and the situation stands for the Canes.
The baseball don't lie. Never.
David Thompson just said, ball don't lie. Canes take a 1-0 lead. And it's now 1-2 to Jackson Whitmore, so a little bit extra for the Canes, as now it's 1-2. Grayson Austin, second base. Whitmore in the box. Ellison on deck. Canes 1-0 here early, and you feel like they have momentum with the fans behind them here early.
Yeah, get a nice gapper right here. Let's see what we can get rolling.
Major comes set.
Backside.
Delivers. Slider gets him to swing through it for out number 2. Threw that pitch a lot to Whitmore, that at bat. As that'll bring up the ace for the Canes and right fielder, Judd Ellison, into the box with a good matchup with a right-hander on the mound. Chance to bring in Austin at second base. Major comes set, gets an inside call for strike 1. This inning keeps going. Ben Gambro would be the man in the box as he stands on deck. Chaotic bottom of the first here at home. Major comes set, delivers. Gets Ellison to swing through it quickly, 0-2 to 23.
Yeah, you know, you start off first and third, nobody out, and got your dogs up. And if they get out here only giving up 1, that's a victory for them.
Definitely is for the man on the mound and Brantley Major. 0-2 count, 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Goes high. Austin with a big secondary lead will make the jog back as it goes 1-2.
Well, they're not holding him at all. In other words, that they may now they're going to bring the short over, but second baseman's pulled way over. So
that pitch is outside, lifted down that third base line. Left fielder comes on to make the play, and the Canes do strike first, but it's only 1 here in the bottom half as we go to our second commercial break here at home in the playoffs. Back here at home as the Canes strike first here in round 1 of the playoffs. And Jacob Allen goes back to the mound after stranding 2 in the top of the first. You'll see Cade Scruggs, the center fielder for the Bulldogs. Allen comes set, delivers. First pitch in for strike 1. As that top of the first went on, felt like 16 kind of settled in for the Canes. Here in the top half of the second. That one right back at him for strike number 2. That's been something to see, David, that's good, is just being able to get ahead of hitters quickly.
Yeah, it's important. And get 0-2 here, just to make a good pitch here, nothing in the zone.
Goes breaking ball. What a pitch, and not called strike 3. He's not getting that call tonight.
That's a little up. I mean, a little up maybe, but again, that's kind of the pitch you want to go with on 0-2 there. Now set him up. Something here again away.
1-2 does go away, but it's low as well, and it will run to 2-2 to Scruggs for the Bulldogs. Tune in late. Canes up 1-0 here. Allen comes set, looking for out number 1. Goes heater once again. It's lifted straight into the air. Shortstop Grayson Austin tracking it for out number 1, and he will make the grab on Scruggs here in the top of the second. Just rising fastball almost.
Looks like Pendleton, they got, and I've seen it happen before, but it looked like they got some dyeing of the hair. They got a lot of guys
blonde.
Yeah.
Saw a little silver action on some.
Just a sign, I'm sure, of unity. Let's do this together. Let's fight together.
Playoff run.
Yeah.
First pitch in the dirt for Allen.
I'm asked often, do I miss coaching? And I miss a lot of it. I don't miss the hours. But I miss the camaraderie among the guys, the players, and stuff like that. And but this allows me to get that fixed and go home at a decent time.
2-0 count as Aiden Clay is the man in the back for the Bulldogs. That one finally in for strike 1.
That's a good place to work right there. Bottom of the zone. Good job there. And get a good quick inning here, Jacob.
Allen comes set, looking for strike 2, gets it right back to 2-2. And Allen, as I said, down the skid that we've seen of the Canes in the last 2-3 weeks. Jacob just hasn't had control, gave up a lot of runs early. Here really trying to redeem himself as Clay swings through strike 3, and the throwdown is in time for out number 2.
Yeah.
So he gets 2 quickly.
Yeah, that's he's this is the kind of guy we need right now. Get a good quick inning here, get these guys back in, and get some sticks going.
Man behind the plate for the Bulldogs will be Aiden Queen. Here in the 8 hole for the Bulldogs. Jacob trying to go 1-2-3 will work quickly. First pitch swinging for Queen, 0-1.
Ball's up, good place there. And again, when get in a rhythm here, that's what they talk about.
Allen goes high once again. Queen swings once again. Quickly 0-2 once again.
And Blake, I know, how many games have we called this year? I don't know, but
couldn't give you a number.
10, maybe, I don't know. But have you ever noticed that no Wren pitcher, except right there, ever touches the grass?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's a rule. Do not touch that grass. In other words, you stay on the mound, you get the ball, you get ready to pitch.
16 looking for strike 3. What a pitch. He takes a walk off the mound, but he's just not getting the call tonight. I mean, those look down Broadway.
Well, they down Broadway. Maybe they too of a high rise on Broadway.
Allen 1-2 count, looking for out number 3. Goes it again, a little bit higher there. Runs 2-2, and this has been the count he's gotten outs on this inning. Here at 2-2. Looking for 1-2-3 here in the second. 16 working fast. Goes fastball, there, strike 3 called. Now he can strut off the mound. The Canes still up 1-0 as we hit the bottom of the second here in Piedmont.
Big Red.
Gambrell, Allen, Josh Smith due up for the Canes here in the bottom of the second. Canes lead 1-0. 1 hit for the Canes, 2 hits for the Bulldogs. And this 1-0 matchup here at home. Brantley Major, of course, and that bottom of the first inning gave up the run on a wild pitch as he starts Gambrell off with a strike. The wind's kind of calming down, still tracking right to left here off and on. Major comes set, delivers, starts Gambrell off 0-2. On deck for the Canes is the man on the mound, Jacob Allen. Aforementioned Josh Smith, Goodell to round it out. Major looking for out one, throws that slider. Gambrell lifts it in the right field. Right fielder tracking and there for out number 1 here to start the second for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up the aforementioned man on the mound in 16, who's we talked about here, struggled a little bit on the mound of late, but settled in here batting. Just went kind of off and on down the stretch.
As a 90-mile-an-hour gust comes through.
Now you hear it, a little delay.
Good Lord.
Major goes high and hits Allen in the helmet. And he instantly walks it off. Scary moment, but 16 makes it not so scary when he takes it like that.
Well,
maybe the wind affected that pitch, blowing from right to left.
I know him pretty good. He's hard-headed.
Courtesy runner on, and looks like Brandon Kirby. And it will be as Josh Smith steps into the box here with the 1 out and the man on first.
Yeah.
So the Canes with 1 hit. They've had a couple base runners here tonight, and they already got a run.
Yeah, so Kirby over at first base. He's the better of the two brothers.
Little mind games with brother as Kirby takes off for second base.
See,
throw is into the outfield, and Kirby will stay at second.
Brother would still be halfway between first and second. Now, I'm only saying that because brother's sitting beside me, but I'll tell you this, both great kids, just good kids.
21 with a stolen base here.
Got him in scoring position. Now let's drive him in, Josh.
1 out, 0-1 count to the left-hander and Josh Smith. Starting at first tonight for the Canes. He drives that one in the right field. It's going to fade foul. So now quickly 0-2. What's weird about that ball is it kind of got lost in the seams of the wind and started fading right.
Yeah.
Kind of feel like the wind gust would have blew it fair. Looking for one to blow fair here. 0-2 count, 1 out. Man in scoring position is Brandon Kirby. Major pickoff. Doesn't throw it.
That's very close to a balk. And what I mean by that, not the move to the back, but he pumped before he moved. And
he almost double take the leg, bring up.
Exactly.
Takes a look at Kirby, delivers, goes high for ball 1. Already had a balk confusion there in the bottom half of the first.
We don't need no more of that.
1 out here. Smith looking for a gap to score Kirby. Wind picks up and a 1-2 count. Major steps off.
Josh has done a good job of hitting right-handed pitching. He struggled a little bit with lefties, but right guys on the mound. I wish we had their splits, but I'm sure his is significantly better than.
I think Major felt that wind, trying to take as much time as possible. That one's in the dirt. Smith swings at it for strike 3. And out number 2 here in the bottom of the second half for the Canes. That'll bring up the senior left fielder and Carson Goodell, who's been big in the 9-hole here of late. been able to lay some bunts down. Had a couple infield hits in the last couple games. 3-for-3 ball game not too long ago.
Here comes one now.
Goodell, righty on lefty matchup. Major comes set. Bunt looked to be laid down. Pops it foul for strike one.
I told you so.
David Thompson reading signs from the dugout like he's a Astros spy.
Like I did it for 14 years, or I did it for 10 with him. But
the Astros are hiring, David.
no, I didn't know. I just the situation kind of called for it right there, to be honest.
This is the man to do it. 0-1 count, 2 outs. See if Goodell throws one down again. Kirby's taken off. Goodell swings through it, and it's not picked up by the third baseman, so Kirby's in safely with 2 outs and 2 strikes on Goodell.
Man, you would think he was Acuna. Still first, still second, still third. He didn't steal first. We got a hit by Pitter, but still second, still third.
And the crazy thing, both of those throws.
Carr just got to get something in play here, brother. Pass ball, wild pitch, something in play.
0-2 count. Major comes set looking for strike number 3. That one's inside.
Hit him.
Hits him. Kirby was coming home if it didn't. So now they have him on the corners for the leadoff man, Hayden Porter, who is the Canes' only hit of the night.
Yeah, Maverick needs to put another one in that gap.
Second baseman, Hayden Porter.
Coach talking to Major for the Bulldogs. Big position here for the Canes to strike once again. Try to extend this lead from 1-0. Major comes set. Goodell stays at first, and it's in for strike 1. Don't want to make that third out at second, but like the speed of one, especially with them at the corners. Brantley comes set for the Bulldogs. There goes Goodell. Slider in for strike 2. No throw. 0-2 now for the leadoff man and Hayden Porter.
Well, get a good opportunity right here.
Feels like an even bigger moment here now for 4. 1 past the infield could score 2. Major comes set. Throws that slider. Porter gets a hold of it in the left field, but it will be an easy pop-up for the left fielder. The Canes strand 2 as they remain up 1-0 as we enter the top of the third here in Piedmont. Back here at home, third baseman Barrett Reeves starts it off for the Bulldogs. Jacob Allen went 1-2-3 in the top of the second, looking for another quick one here in the third. As this one's been moving fast here at home. That one's in for strike 1, and that's why it's been moving fast. Both pitchers throwing strikes, which is a weird change from that East Side game just a few nights ago, it feels like. That one's in for strike 2, quickly 0-2. Not just they throwing strikes, Allen working quickly.
Work ahead, stay ahead. That's the motto.
0-2 into the windup for 16. Goes fastball swung through for out number 1. And 16 feels like he's got it moving on the mound here on the top of the third.
Cody Williams.
As he'll greet the top of the lineup, and Cody Williams, who had a single, back to start this game off on the top of the first.
Yeah, back to the top. Now's when you got to focus it in, do your work.
16 into the windup, goes outside for ball one. Thought the Canes may be a little more selective here with the Williams after that knock in the first. Goes right back at him with a fastball. Austin's going to have to make a nice play from short. Throw over's not in time. And Cody Williams is 2 for 2 for the Bulldogs. Would have taken a Derek Jeter-esque play over there at short from the freshman to catch Williams.
3 years from now.
That throw's made.
Yeah.
A lot of growing from the freshman, but he's looked nice at short all year long for the Canes as Jaden Branson steps in the box with one out and a man on.
Yeah, 3 years from now he throws which he threw the ball well. He's off balance, but it won't be a missile.
I say as a senior, get that foot planted on the
on the AstroTurf.
Yeah, a laser.
Yeah, we're not going to.
16 comes set. Delivers, goes high. Ball one.
That might extend T1's career if they get AstroTurf. He knows he don't have to work on the field anymore.
Would be nice. 1-0 count. 16 comes set. Gets that outside call. 1-1.
Of course, everybody's going to a number system, and they have with theirs. We have with our guys, and we have with travel ball. Of course, I got most of our C-team guys with me this summer, half of them. Try to do the same thing the big guys do to get them ready one day to play for the big T1 over there in his perch.
Curveball's chopped at.
Let it go.
Porter throw on the second in time, throw to first not in time, so the force out at second. But Jaden Branson beats out the throw to first, so 2 outs here on the top of the third. And Matthew Slayton steps into the box.
Again, on that one, the reason I said let it go, if he tips that ball, it's going to be a tough play for him to get there. He tips it. We got first and second with 1 out with one of the best players that we'll see in playoffs.
Allen looking for out number 3. And Slayton drives one into center field. Gambrell takes a jog back, and he'll just have to watch it fly. And Matthew Slayton has taken this game and tipped it on its head to make it 2-1 in favor of the Bulldogs.
Yeah, straight off the bat, you knew where that one was going.
David aforementioned maybe the best player you're going to see throughout this playoff journey. And he changes the complexity of this ball game. It looked like Allen was working his way through the third with ease. Now it'll be 2 outs, and John Peoples will step into the box. Just got to shake that off here for 16.
Yeah,
he was grooving until that moment.
That ball was hit.
We said we don't see like over the center field wall. That was past the center field wall.
Yeah, that ball was hit. I think even without the wind, that's going to be a what they call a tater.
Finally, a breaking ball in for a strike. 0-1 now to Peoples.
Hurricanes just going to have to find something on the offensive side of the ball.
1 hit, 1 run. 3 hits for the Bulldogs as Peoples lifts one into center. Gambrell tracking for out number 3, and he gets there as Slayton scores 2 for the Bulldogs, and they lead 2-1 here in round 1. back here at home. And David, you said need to get this offense fired up. This is the part of the lineup to do it if you're going to do it.
Yeah, just got to, you've been off, going on a week. And just got to get something going. It's contagious. Hitting is contagious.
Austin steps into the box first for the Hurricanes. He'll greet Brantley Major, who's been on the mound all night tonight. First pitch in for strike one. That's between that and the slider. That's what he's been leaning on.
Well, he does a good job of throwing strikes, that's for sure, and that might be a
time called from behind the plate. Cody Wilson on deck.
Catcher didn't like what he had there, so come back to it.
Slider in the dirt makes a 1-1. Canes, of course, for tuning in late. 1 hit, 1 run. Bulldogs with 3 hits, 2 runs. Here on the bottom of the third. 1-1 is high to make it 2-1 as Grayson jumps ahead. A lot of quality at-bats from the freshman shortstop all year this year. Name you a couple big walks earlier in the season and big wins. Major comes set at 2-1. Goes high and inside to make it 3-1, and he jumps even more ahead here in the bottom of the third. 24 on deck. Major comes set. And for strike number 2, so now full. For Austin, want to protect, but don't want to swing at that slider in the dirt. Brantley comes set, and a 3-2 delivers. Goes fastball. Austin, third base coach, thought it was fair on the home plate umpire.
It was a foul ball by half of an inch.
I was going to see if some chalk flew up in the air of this wind. If anything touches that chalk, it's going to come up.
Yeah, no chalk.
So back to 3-2 count, no one out. Just start the bottom of the third. Major looking for out number 1. Austin looking for a leadoff hit. That one's outside. Austin works a walk to start off the bottom of the third, and that will bring up Cody Wilson.
It was out.
Yeah, I don't think that was primarily close.
It was out. I need Cody to settle in here. Don't try to do too much. Yeah.
There's the fans. Big hit inbound. No one out.
Don't do too much here. Just do what you do, Cody.
Austin takes a lead off first. Major delivers inside and low for strike 1. Maybe a little too low for 24. Clinton up 4-0. Their first game, of course, the 1 seed at home. Brantley comes set. Looks for a pickoff on Austin, not in time.
See, I respect the first baseman at Pendleton. There's no play over there. He just throws it back. They got guys laying on the bag and want to slap him in the back of the neck. I mean,
got to hold it on him.
Yeah, I respect that guy over there. No reason for it. Now, see there, that was a little closer, so he laid the tag. You got guys laying on there and just slap you in the back of the head, give you a concussion.
Most of those guys are, you feel, older players. Trying to show the young guys the way. 0-1 count. Delivered to Wilson. He drives one in the left center. That one's in the gap for the Canes. Austin around second. That one's going to hit the fence. Austin gets the call from third, and he's going to head all the way home. And Cody Wilson standing on second with a no out. RBI double to tie this thing up in the bottom of the third. What a swing from 24.
That's just what we needed from Sunshine. That's all we need.
We said it before he even stepped into the box. You hear the fan club, a big hit's coming.
Yeah, And that's when Cody's at his best, man. He hits the ball so hard backside. And that's why he's going to have huge success next year. I don't know if USC Lancaster's listening to this or not, but they better enjoy him for 1 year, because I'm afraid after one he might be going big time somewhere else. I mean, I'm just saying it's kind of set up to that for guys to do that, and I hope both our guys all our guys that are going the JUCO way or whatever
work their way up the
rankings. I still think that I think him and Gamby and Judd, I think I'm telling you, I think they're good ball players, and they all got a chance to do something.
Oh, one out. Wilson on second. He'll get, or correction, that is Smoke Reed.
Smoke!
He's the man standing on second for the Canes, courtesy runner. Jackson Whitmore's in the box. Ellison on deck for the Canes.
Big time to get an answer back, but get the lead here.
That slider in for strike one. That's the pitch that he gave Whitmore all at bat last time. So if you're 12, you like him to sit on it.
You know, for a team coming in trying to pull the upset, you score, you get up 2-1, you come back in, now it's tied, you get the lead, it kind of just goes, okay, well, it kind of takes the mojo away from them. So good time here.
That one low, nice eye from 12, makes it 1-1. And with 2 on second, like you say with Goodell when he's standing on second, anything past the infield, you feel like 2 scoring.
Well, their outfield is playing extremely deep, especially in center and over and left. So should be an opportunity if we can get something through the hole.
That one outside. Whitmore didn't want to swing, but pulled the trigger. 1-2 now for 12. And he's just not seeing major.
Yeah, he's going to have to just reset his mind. And can't get mental right here. Can't get mental.
Brantley's had his number. Comes set, takes a look at Reed, delivers, goes slider, and he'll strike out Jackson Whitmore for the second time tonight. For out number 1, that'll bring up Judd Ellison, who also, if I remember correctly, I think struck out. Flew out. That is correct. So 1 out here. Canes looking to take the lead in the bottom of the third.
Well, Jackson's getting the talk. I know he's getting right now. He said, look here, man. You got a guy on second. You got one job. Has to get him over. And he was yanking the ball. Just try to hit something backside. You get a dribbler at second base. We got a guy at third.
That one was a little too inside and low for my liking, but it's strike one nonetheless.
Judd's not hitting that ball.
If he golfs one in the right field like he did that home run earlier in the year. So Major comes set, already ahead 0-1, takes a look at Reed, delivers. And that low pitch gets Ellison a swing at the second one to make it 0-2. Brantley trying to work out of a jam here and keep it tied.
Again, just the same, just something in play.
Takes a look at second. Reed back in safely, no throw. 0-2 count to the right fielder for the Canes here tonight, Judd Ellis. On deck is the great Gambino, Ben Gambrell. Major comes set, delivers. Ellison grounds one to first base, and even though that's out number 2, a job done as Wesley Reed will work his way to third. And Ben Gambrell will step into the box.
Yeah, we need Gamby to get hot here. Do his thing, little line drive right over the shortstop's head will be nice. Got to get back on top. Got to answer that 2 with a 2.
And that is something that, if you're a Cane fan, that's the difference between this team being a team by 15 and being a team by 2 or even losing, is this part of the lineup. Gambrell looking to take the lead for the Canes. Slider in for strike 1. On deck now is Jacob Allen. Gambrell looking for a hole. 2 hits, 2 runs for the Canes. Trying to make it 3 for 3. Major comes set. Delivers, goes outside, 1-1 count. Tune in late. Canes just tied it. on a RBI double from Cody Wilson that scored Grayson Austin. And in the top of the third, Matthew Slayton hit a 2-run shot. That's how we sit at 2-2. That one inside 2-1 now. Inside-outside calls have been very off and on tonight.
Yeah, that dugout to our left wanted that call there for sure. 2-1, good hitters count right here. Get your pitch, Gamby, and drive it right back through the middle.
Major comes set, goes to the pitch that helps him the most. That slider stays up for strike 2. Feels like that's what he's been leaning on when he gets in trouble.
And that ball's out there.
Even though David Thompson says it's out, 2-2 count. Major comes set, delivers. Goes breaking ball outside, full now. Now I'm back on your side because I felt like it was almost in the same spot.
It was.
3-2 to Gamby, 2 outs. Work a walk, you get Jacob Allen up. You get a hit here, you score a run. Major comes set. Delivers. Sliders slapped into the outfield by Ben Gambrell. He'll score 1 for the Canes, and he'll try to get into second, and he will for a double.
Wow.
2 RBI doubles for the Canes.
That's seeing 2 out of the box, and that's a hustle play right there. You know, you got to give him some what's up on that because that's it. Hey, do you remember just a few pitches ago I said just put it right over the shortstop's head?
Yeah.
Listen, I love when a kid listens to me.
2 USC Lancaster commits come up big for the Canes. Now they lead 3-2 here at home. In the bottom of the third, maybe some 2-out magic as Jacob Allen steps into the box. And with this wind fading to left field, maybe he could give one a ride here and make this place erupt with 2 outs.
Stay within himself. Don't do anything special.
Major comes set, goes fastball. Allen flares one past the shortstop. Here comes Gambrell. Throw is going to be cut off. Jacob Allen comes up clutch for the Canes to make it 4-2.
Now that run right there is on one guy. Now, we had to get a hit on the jam shot, but if Gambrell doesn't take 2 out of the box, we don't have a run right there. Just an unbelievable job. Gambrell taking advantage of what they know they got out there. We talked about the outfield was playing deep and taking advantage of that, and boy, that's a huge, huge run for the Hurricanes.
We talked about it every time Allen's been up the bat. He needs that. Build on, build on, build on. That's a good start for 16 to build on.
I don't care what it looked like.
Yeah, it's a hit and a run.
We used to say, because our scores used to be in the paper, they don't even make newspapers anymore, I don't think. But
he's got a courtesy runner that's going to take off for second, throw high.
Yeah,
I want to say it was Logan Stevens.
No, that's the best.
Kirby.
That's the better Kirby.
Kirby.
We're just going to stall him better Kirby.
1-0 count, 2 outs. Another man in scoring position for Josh Smith.
He's not the smarter one now. Brother's pretty smart.
4-2, Canes lead. He slaps one over to second. Play is not made. Josh Smith safe at first. Kirby stands at third, and an error on the Bulldogs. And maybe we'll see a little bit more 2-out magic as Carson Goodell walks up.
Now's the time to take advantage of it.
Carson Goodell.
And I want to see what this Bulldog defense does, because if they don't step up, Goodell could easily squeeze and maybe score a run here with a throw. The baseman takes a couple steps back. Major.
I just need, if Goody could just like lay one over in the 6 hole, nobody there.
Outside, throw down to second is stopped by the pitcher, so a called play from the Bulldogs.
Yeah.
Now second and third for Mr. Goodell.
Yeah, again, right there, the 6 hole between the shortstop and third baseman. Just kind of glide it through there. Get a chance we get 2 runs here. Again, they're playing deep in the outfield. On the hit, we should be able to get another guy across.
Canes with some 2-out magic trying to add on. That one's inside, 1-0.
That's when he's caught on Judd.
2-0, correction. That's the same pitch. It's inside, outside. It's been very off and on. It's like a light switch. We turn it on some innings, turn it off others. 2-0. Goodell trying to work it at 3. Major goes low, and it is 3-0. And on deck is the leadoff man and Hayden Porter.
Yeah, good job by the catcher there, keeping that ball in front. In 3-0 count right here. Goodell's going to take with a purpose. He's not going to get the green light here with the top of the order coming back up. Guarantee you that. We'll call take with a purpose. See the pitch. Be sure you get a good look at it.
3-0. Major looking for strike one, goes high, and that'll load him for the Maverick and Hayden Porter Sr. and a chance to really break this one open here in round 1.
Yeah, they're gonna get a visit here from their pitching coach, Coach Williams, I believe it is.
We'll take a quick break with them. Canes up 4-2 after they start striking here in the bottom of the 3rd. Back here at home. Hayden Porter will step into the box. Brantley Major does stay in.
Second base.
Go ahead.
I don't know what's going to happen, but I took my microphone and switched it to this side. No,
Well, that's maybe not be good. But
before the inning.
Before the
inning, yes.
Well, maybe the Canes will break it open here, up 4-2. Major goes a little up for strike one. Porter swings through it. Big chance here for the Canes. They've already struck with 2 outs to make this thing 4-2, but a little bigger opportunity here with bases juiced.
Yeah, we've had traffic on the bases all night long. And don't need to leave these guys out here. Extend the lead.
Major goes slider, and that one's called. That's outside, but called for strike 2. And I told you, man, this outside inside, it's off and on. Some of them are called, some of them aren't. Porter in a situation where got to battle 0-2. And that slider's called for strike 3. Porter can't believe it. Canes fans can't either, but the Canes do strike and add 3 to the board. Canes lead 4-2 here in Piedmont. Back here at home, Cam Williams steps into the box for the Bulldogs as the Canes, if you're tuning in late, have struck in the bottom of the 3rd, adding 3 to RBI doubles from Ben Gambrell and Cody Wilson. As Jacob Allen starts off the 4th with a strike to the first baseman, Cam Williams. Right back at him, fastball. Austin with a play, throw a little high, but in time as the freshman just doing freshman things over there at short for out number 1. We'll bring up the center fielder and Cade Scruggs. Allen looking for another 1-2-3 inning after the Canes take the lead.
Yeah.
Didn't get any clarification on that call.
Yeah. set up in the batter's box over there and hit the mitt, you get the strike. No, we had some fans concerned about some of the actions, and I don't know. Evidently, there was some actions when Jackson swung, and they didn't like it. I don't know. I didn't see it. They asked if I saw it. Did you see anything?
I did not.
Evidently, somebody gave him the sword or whatever that means. I don't know. I don't know.
One out. Into the dirt. 2-1. That's also not a good question to ask me because I'm all about fun in baseball.
Yeah.
I get the disrespectful part, but
yeah, and there's a line. There's a line. I don't know. I didn't see the kid. I don't know.
That one's high and inside. 3-1 now to Scruggs.
But it's different. Hey, listen, it's different back when I played and before I played. If you did something like that,
you get thrown at.
You better get your ribs ready, brother, because the ribs is gonna get bruised.
Allen walks Cade Scruggs with 1 out. So Pendleton with an opportunity here. Aiden Clay steps into the box, and this bottom half of the lineup, David, did not fare well against Allen. Earlier in the second.
And that's why you don't need to give up a walk right there.
Clay, Queen both struck out to end the second inning. Here with 1 out. Allen looking for it once again. 16 comes set. Goes outside for ball 1. Starting 1-0, something we haven't said a lot tonight for 16. Got ahead 0-2.
Yeah, roll your ground ball right here and be just fine. Get out of it.
Allen comes set. Gets strike 1 called. Makes it 1-1 as Broom is finally struck on the road to make it 2-4. The Centurions trying to fight back.
Dude, please say 4-2.
4-2.
Yeah, don't say 2-4.
As that one's laced to the freshman Austin, tossed over to Porter. Throw on to first is in time. Bam. And Allen gets the double play for the Canes. Canes lead 4-2 here at home in round 1.
Deuce.
Back here in Piedmont, Grayson Austin steps into the box for the Canes. He's the man that got it all started in that 3-run third inning for the Canes. Cody Wilson, the man on deck, eventually drove him in.
Yep, and there we go with chip bags.
Yeah.
He has
You
no
hear
idea
chip
what that
bags,
sounds in there.
It's Austin Tripp beside us being loud.
It's At. That's his new nickname, At.
At the Video King.
At.
0-1 count to Austin.
Thank God he comes from a good family.
Brantley Major has been off and on tonight. That one's lifted between the second baseman and right fielder. Second baseman on for out number 1 to start off the bottom of the fourth.
Wind has kind of died down a little bit, subsided, not as.
Which is good for everyone at home, but not for hitters.
Yeah. Well, I've done it long enough to know a lot of time when you get that wind, we change our approach. All I got to do is get it up in the air. And well, that's what happens. You get those.
First pitch outside for Wilson. Fan club give him a little love once again.
Yeah. Here comes one in the gap.
1-0 count, 1 out. Bottom of the fourth. Canes lead 4-2. Cody Wilson already got an RBI here tonight. That one's inside. That's the pitch. Him and Judd Ellison are not going to swing at that pitch. They want it out over the plate. Major comes set, 1-1. Delivers right back inside. That one's called a ball, 2-1. Major, of course, was kind of sailing. Only gave up the 1 in the first. Then the Canes finally got him in a 3rd for 3. Mostly with 2 outs. That's inside. Wilson almost jumped back into it, but it's 3-1 nonetheless.
He's not going to get hit.
He wants to swing. He almost unintentionally took himself a base 1. Major 3-1, trying to work back into the count. Wilson trying to work a walk. That one's inside for ball number 4. Wilson will take the jog down the first. Nice back-to-back at-bats for 2-4. He'll get a courtesy runner in Brandon Kirby. Or Smoke Reed.
Smoke Reed.
2-1. And the man in the box for the Canes will be Jackson Whitmore 0 for 2 tonight.
Got to clear your head, Jackson. Got to clear your head. Got to start over. First AB of the game right here.
Pickoff attempt over at first on in time as Reed's back in safely. Like to see Whitmore get Major here.
Well, the Hurricanes have had traffic all night long on these bases.
Major delivers, goes outside. Catcher bobbles the pop-up, and Reed's down to second with a stolen base.
If you haven't noticed yet, the Hurricanes have, coming into this game, they've known they were going to be able to run the bases. And they've had a lot of success in doing that.
4 hits, 4 runs, a lot of base movement for the Canes. Major comes set, goes inside. Whitmore hits one straight to the third baseman. What a play over there at third from Barrett Reeves.
So I barreled it up. Barreled it up. That's,
sure Whitmore can't be mad about that one.
The right fielder, Judd Ellison.
That'll bring up Judd Ellison. Well, the man on second, scoring opportunity here for 2-3. Brantley Major trying to get out of the fourth here with no runs given up. That breaking ball inside for ball 1. You're thinking Blake Canes 4 hits, 4 runs, 4 home runs, 4 runs? No. Wild pitches the Canes have scored on. Base RBI knocks after walks. Canes have been clutch when they've needed to be. Ellison grounds one over to second. Throw on to first is in time. The Canes strand 1 in the bottom of the fourth as we head to the top of the fifth. Canes up 4-2. Welcome back to Piedmont. Allen back on the mound here in the top of the fifth. He's kind of settled in here. He's only given up the 2.
Just a few scores here, Blake. Going to the top of the fifth, it looks like Clinton leads Broome 4-2 in top of the fifth. Also in the top of the fifth, it is Seneca 4, Powdersville 0. Again, McGovern is throwing for the Bobcats tonight, and again, he's tough when he's on the mound.
Canes trying to do and handle their business here at home as Allen starts Queen off the strike 1, but of course we'll keep you updated from around the region. No, Daniel was up or down 4-0, I'm pretty sure, last updated at BHP. Music being asked to be turned off here at home. 4-1 now, BHP leads Daniel. The Bears try to take control of that side of their district regional. Allen starts off Queen 0-2. This is something you like to see, especially as we enter playoffs from 16. They had the 2 given up there in the top of the third, but that is quite literally 1 swing and 2 runs. Everyone else, 16's been able to kind of control and do his thing. 1-2 count, Aiden Queen. 16 looking for strike 3. That one's hit directly to the shortstop. And the freshman oh so smoothly with a put out for out number 1 to start off the fifth.
Third baseman, Barrett Reeves.
As Barrett Reeves steps into the box. So he's made a nice couple plays over there at third base. The late ad for the Bulldogs. He started off with strike 1, and the pop of that meant Allen is rearing back here in the bottom of the lineup and just pelting them with fastballs. Right back at the fastball, low for ball 1. I'm watching 2 children look for scores so hard.
Oh, not to be your daddy.
Strike up high, 1-2. It's a joke.
I know.
You were just both doing the exact same thing.
Hey, listen, it is our
Awesome
job to
to
keep up the fans what's going on.
1-2 count. Allen looking for out number 2. That one's loud, but not far as Gambrell tracks and want to play from the center fielder for out number 2.
Come get that a little bit. I guess now is as good a time as any, Blake, but if the Hurricanes hold on to win here and Clinton holds on to win here, we are going to pursue rights to broadcast Thursday night. So if we if we don't get rights, then call them.
Yeah, it's their fault.
But we
anything in our power, we will do it.
Yep. So if we can get rights to go do our first away game of the year, we will take the show on the road, baby.
You know how the broadcast team works. If we can do it during playoff time, we're going to do it in some way, shape, or fashion. As that one's laced into the gap between short and third. And Cody Williams is 3 for 3 for the Bulldogs with 3 singles.
Yeah, that top of the order, boy, they are good. You need to get out of it right here, though. You got big boy on deck, and we've already seen what he can do. So, 2 outs.
Jaden Branson steps into the box for the Bulldogs.
Williams done a nice job from that leadoff position, though.
As I said, 3 for 3. Matthew Slayton, of course, on deck, as aforementioned by David. That one's high. Do not want to put Slayton in the box. A chance to take the lead once again. Righty on righty matchup suits the Canes more than well. That one's punched over to first. Josh Smith there for the Canes for out number 3. So the Canes strand 1 and lead 4-2 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. Back here at home, Canes lead 4-2, and the man stepping into the box has an RBI double and also scored a run in that 3-run third inning for the Canes.
Yeah. Wasn't a double meant to be, but he decided out of the box it was going to be a double.
Brantley Major returns to the mound for the Bulldogs. Starts Gambrell off with a strike.
He's thrown well.
If you're tuning in late, Canes 5 hits, 4 runs. RBI doubles from Cody Wilson, Ben Gambrell to lead the big-time hits. That one's in for strike number 2.
He's peppering that outside. I don't know that it's on the corner, but it's there.
Also forgot Jacob Allen was a RBI single as he's on deck. And that one a little bit more outside to make it 1-2. Canes have had their opportunities. They've cashed in on some, haven't on others. Looking to cash in here in the bottom of the 5th and extend this lead as it goes 2-2.
Yeah, that's his 76th pitch of the night for Major.
Brantley comes set, looking for strike 3, goes low, gets Gambrell to swing through it. The tag to complete the strikeout for out number 1 will bring up Jacob Allen here in the bottom of the 5th. Like we said last time, he got that RBI single, got to add on with hit after hit. 1-6, been feeling himself on the mound here tonight.
That's the 6th strikeout for the Hurricanes tonight. Number up that T1 don't really want to see, but
something you'll accept when you're leading and have 4 runs on the board.
Yeah. Hurricanes have 5 hits, 4 runs, all 4 of them earned. Majors walked 3 on the night, and again, pre-mentioned 6 strikeouts. Check that. That might have been the 5th strikeout.
Clinton was leading 4-3, but they took a broom run away on Game Changer, so we'll keep that updated. And Jacob Allen is hit once again. He stays perfect tonight. 1-1 with an RBI single and 2 hit by pitches.
Oh, that ain't a foul ball.
Oh,
It hit him in the elbow.
No.
they're going to say it's a foul ball. I want everyone to take a long look at this replay and talk about it amongst yourselves in your houses, because there is no way that was a foul ball. I hope everyone at home is just as shocked as I am right now as Jacob Allen steps back into the box and a 1-2 count with 1 out, because that is his 2nd hit by pitch, and he should be on second, but chance for revenge here in a 1-2. Slider is called a ball to make it 2-2. I feel like that's a makeup call to make it 2-2, because home plate umpire knows that was a hit by pitch.
Good Lord.
4-3 Clinton up on Broom now. Major comes set, delivers, goes high. Allen gets revenge with another single. He'll be on first nonetheless with 1 out. Another ball don't lie moment for the Canes as Josh Smith steps into the box.
First baseman, Josh.
Brantley Major.
Unbelievable, dude. Like, it's not even close.
I hope everyone at home feels the exact same way watching a replay back,
It's not even
because
close.
that is absurd. Canes up 4-2, Kersey runner on. Brandon Kirby. Pickoff over, and it is 2-1. Smith in the box. Another opportunity here to extend it after the craziness that was with 1 out. Righty on lefty matchup for number 6. Another pickoff move over on Kirby. Not in time.
Now, they know what
The Canes want to do here.
yeah.
Feel like you could see 21 take off nonetheless.
Yeah, they might decide to go pitch out here.
Major comes set. Oh. I'm speechless. I think everyone is very, very confused. 0-1.
You remember when I said at the beginning of the
guess.
game we'd usually get better guys?
We're winning.
I know, but first of all, that hit by pitch.
That's back-to-back really, really bad calls.
I'm okay with balls and strikes being good in this.
0-1 to Smith. Major comes set after getting his strike call. Smith goes Oppo, fading left fielder there for the Bulldogs. There for out number 2. There in the bottom of the 5th, and Carson Goodell comes up. He worked a walk to get him juiced earlier in that big 3-run third inning.
Left fielder Carson Goodell.
Maybe you could see a
It's there.
hit
He
and
wants
run.
it. Third baseman's way back.
And Goodell was looking for the bunt. Kirby did not take off, so it's strike 1. You feel like this is either a bunt situation or a hit and run with Kirby on first. Goodell, definitely a guy that can get an infield hit. Keep this inning alive. Throw over, not in time. Canes with 5 hits, 4 runs, 6 hits for the Bulldogs, with only 2. 1 error for the Bulldogs. Major comes set here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. There goes Kirby. Goodell takes a hack at it, and it goes foul. Makes it 0-2. Redo the situation. 0-2, 2 out. Major trying to get out of an inning. Goodell trying to keep it alive with Hayden Porter on deck. Flint still up 4-3 in the bottom of the 5th. At home over Broome. Brantley comes set, delivers. Goes outside for ball 1. (8:04 p.m.) here in Piedmont, South Carolina. Sun beginning to set. Wind has definitely died here as we entered the 5th inning. There goes Kirby. Goodell swings through it for out number 3. And the Canes strand 1 and keep it at 4-2 here at home in round 1. Back here at home, the Canes still lead 4-2 here in round 1. Clinton clinging to a 4-3 lead at home as they're the 1 seed. Matthew Slayton steps into the box, sees one of their 6 hits and both of their runs earlier in the top of the 3rd that let the Bulldogs take the 2-1 early lead. And so the Canes did respond. The Allen's kind of been on a tear here through 4 and the 5th inning. trying to keep it going here in the 6th. 1-0 from 16 goes curveball once again on the outside, not called. The Canes are not getting that outside call. That breaking ball just hasn't been called a strike tonight. 16 delivers. Wren picks back up. That one's laced into the road. Definitely into someone's house. 2-1. Randall thinks it was a car. 2-1 count, no one out. Allen goes high, and maybe the Canes trying to be smart with 16. Wind, it's not even a constant wind here, it's a gust. It is cold and powerful. Jacob goes breaking ball low, does walk Slayton here to start the top of the 6th. John Peoples will step into the box.
Designated hitter, John Peoples.
Matthew Slayton stands off first after the walk. No one out here in the top of the 6th. Aforementioned John Peoples, that dyed blonde hair. Here during the playoffs, breaking ball in for strike 1. As Allen's been off and on, be able to start people off 0-2, 0-1, get ahead. Other innings, getting behind, having to battle back. Looking for a ground ball here for a double play. That one's laced up the middle. Austin dives a little too early. Gambrell comes up and hits the cutoff man. So back-to-back, or one single, one walk for the Bulldogs. Will have them at first and second with no one out. And the Bulldogs trying to strike and respond here in the 6th. Cam Williams will step in over at first base as the athletic director and Stan Yarborough grabs the mic from David.
What's happening? I told David he's got to get back over here. They got a little rally going. He's back there running his mouth. I said I'm going to go fill in for him for a few minutes and try to get this thing turned around.
If anyone knows David Thompson, they know that's true. Bunt looking to be laid down. It's popped up foul. Smith can't get there for the Canes. That'll run at 0-1. Of course, Stanley Yarborough, this year the new athletic director for the Canes, and sports are going well for the new AD.
Tell you what, we have had a heck of a couple weeks in spring sports. We baseball co-champions and boys tennis champions made it to the 3rd round. Unfortunately, got beat last night by a good Daniel team. Softball won last night 7-0.
Throw down to second. It's not in time.
Golf team, it was ugly, but it was tough British Open-like conditions yesterday at Saluda Valley, and we found a way to get the trophy. So
that is obviously coached by the AD and Stan Yarborough.
I've got a lot of help. I really do. I got Coach Barnes is my right-hand man, so I just drive the snack wagon and give him the fist pumps. He does all the coaching. So
1-1 count. Allen goes low. That one's fouled off behind us to make it 1-2. With no one out. Loud noise from the ball, and then Randall Thompson fouls it off with an always 1-2 count. Jacob Allen trying to.
Looks like we got some action down there in the bullpen.
Canes have not.
Ooh.
And there's the ground ball. Austin. Throw over to second. Porter looking to first. Double play for Jacob Allen.
The old best friend right there, baby.
2 outs for 16, and that has Matthew Slayton on third with 2 outs for the Bulldogs.
Of course, we've got a track tomorrow night and Thursday night. We're hosting the region meet. We've got softball tomorrow night against West Oak at 6 o'clock. So a lot of events going on. So hopefully the Hurricane fan base can get out and support the Canes.
Feels like everyone's in the playoffs.
Boys soccer's on the road tomorrow night at Woodruff. That's a big game.
Allen comes back for strike 1. Of course, Josue Rodriguez with a game winner. And was it double OT or triple OT?
Overtime. Yeah, I think if we can somehow win tomorrow night, we may get a home game Friday night. I feel like Seneca could go on the road and beat Chapman and with us being a 2 seed and Seneca being a 2 seed, if I looked at the brackets correctly, we'd be back home Friday night. So we'll see. Big road game tomorrow night, though. Woodruff will be tough. They're number 1 seed out of their region. So
big game for the Canes Soccer Club. 2 outs, 1-1, count for 16. Fastball jams him for strike 2. And the Canes trying to inch their way out of trouble once again. VHP wins 4-1 over Daniel. That side, of course, we'll keep you updated with Clinton Broome, as Broome's kind of tracked their way back in. It is 5-3 Clinton now. Allen trying to strand Slayton at third. Curveball grounded to the freshman shortstop. Austin comes up firing. Nice throws in time.
Yeah!
Out at first. The Canes get out of it. 4-2. Of course, we thank Stan Yarborough for coming on.
Hey, that's right. I had to get us back on the train track. I'll stick around until David kicks me out of his seat.
We'll be right back here on the Wren Broadcast Network. Back here at home, Brantley Major stays on the mound for the Bulldogs. He's up close to 80 pitches. Canes trying to get him out here in the bottom of the 6th. Make this his final inning here in Piedmont.
All right, boys, I've enjoyed it. It's good talking with you. Hopefully we can do this again next week. I'm going to turn it back over to the Golden Pipes voice emeritus, Mr. David Thompson.
Of course, we thank Stan Yarborough for coming on, talking Canes athletics. Major goes outside, make it 1-1.
That's like, yes, speaker. He did good getting us out of the inning.
He said he was going to blame you if we gave up any runs there as soon as he grabbed his mic.
I was actually trying to get some inside information.
It's okay. We talked about Canes athletics around everywhere and anywhere.
Well, maybe that needs to become a session.
As goes 1-2 to Hayden Porter. So we were talking just before you got Mike. Major's got to be, you said before the break, 76, I think. He's got to be inching close to 80.
He was 88 coming.
Oh, 88. We got to be inching towards, we're going to get close to 100 here in the 6th.
He's at 92.
92 pitches, 1-2 count to Hayden Porter. Goes that slider, doesn't get Porter to swing, 2-2. So you mentioned the boys' soccer team. If they do win on the road and come back home, that'll be right here on the Wren Broadcast Network. We'll keep you up. If you follow me on Twitter.
The girls lost to West Oak.
That is very shocking. That team had a nice year all year, but I also heard from a man that was doing the board up there that it was going to be a rough night here at home.
Yeah, that means my niece, Taylor's soccer career has come to an end.
Of course, Taylor Thompson.
Good soccer player. Yeah. She could go play some next level, but she decides she wants to be a Gamecock.
That's always a great decision.
I mean,
in
why
life.
not? Why not?
Just in life.
Go to school and be a Gamecock.
3-2 count. Major going after Porter. And he gets Porter to swing through a high strike 3 for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. And David Aldis, bottom of the 6th, you feel like you just add a little more insurance.
Yeah, you just got to there's a big difference between a 2-run lead and a 3-run lead. There's a big difference between a 3-run lead and a 4-run lead. And there's even a huge difference.
And a 5-run lead.
You're like, you're so smart. No, when it comes to baseball, and we talked about it, you can't hit a 5-run home run. So
Austin starts his at-bat with a foul ball to make it 0-1.
Well, they're going to ride Major out here, there's no doubt. He is sitting at, he was sitting at 88. Now he is bumped that pitch count up to, hit me right in the kneecap.
0-2 count to Austin.
That was his 97th pitch of the night. Pitch number 97.
Obviously, the Canes can close down at the top of the 7th. This will be his last inning anyway. As Clinton takes a big lead. I think it was 7-3 over Broome. That one's outside to make it 1-2. So, if everything stays on track, the Canes would be headed to Clinton.
Now I'll try to talk to.
We've already talked to our ADs, and we'll talk to theirs with ours. That is a conversation that we can't have much control over.
Nah, we just let them do their business.
1-2 count, 1 out. Okay, trying to, again, add some insurance. Austin swings through, so Brantley Major, and that is the celebration you were talking about. He does do that sword celebration of Grayson Austin for out number 2. I didn't see it earlier. I saw it there. It was very lackadaisical. He tried to kind of hide it.
Pitcher Cody
He did do it.
Wilson.
Cody Wilson steps in the box for 2 outs. I will give Major his credit here in the 6th. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Interesting.
As he's trying to do his job and keep the Canes off the board. Goes inside for strike 1.
He's threw a great game tonight.
Yeah.
6 hits, 4 runs, 4 of them earned, struck out 8. And that's a high number. We had seen our strikeouts here kind of go up.
That went in for strike 2, and I'm going to be honest, he doesn't throw the wild pitch there in the first. This is easily a 3-2 ball game.
Yeah.
But the Canes scored nonetheless in the bottom of the first, so it is 4-2. 0-2 count to Cody Wilson. As Major tries to go 1-2-3. Wilson keeps battling, fouls it off. On deck's Jackson Whitmore. See if the Canes in the top of the 7th turn back to Jacob Allen or go to the pen. What a night 16's had on the mound. That one is through Cody Wilson, and the Bulldogs head back to grab their bats. They still trail 4-2 here in Piedmont. Back here at home, the Canes 3 outs away from more than likely making that trip to Clinton. And they'll keep that undefeated playoff record at 1-0.
Yeah, another score is 7-3 down in Clinton, top of the 6th. And in the bottom of the 6th, it's Seneca 5, Powdersville 1.
Allen starts, come off with a strike, 0-1 quickly. Black jerseys, totally forgot where we're in the lineup for the Bulldogs. That one's lifted into the outfield, very high. Goodell tracking in for out number 1 to start off the top of the 7th.
Yeah, the wind died down, thank goodness.
That'll bring up, I think, Aiden Queen, if I'm correct, number 10.
So, an interesting thing here, and maybe there's something more wrong than I realized, but I would have thought that Slate would have been going to the bullpen. Slayton, but he's not. You got to have somebody loose in case you come back.
Yeah. To be honest, I don't think they expect much.
Slayton is not, and somebody else is down there warming.
Quickly 2-0 to Queen. And you want to get out of it here because this is the bottom of the lineup.
Yeah.
So if this is your chance to end it, this is your best chance to end it. With Queen and Reeves coming up here on the top of the 7th. 16 comes set, delivers on a 2-0, goes inside, and now the batter has all the control in a 3-0 count. And Cody Wilson looked like he was having a talk with the ump behind him. Probably asking where that inside call he got was. That one's high and a walk with 1 out. We'll bring up the 9-hole hitter and Barrett Reeves.
Looks like we got some work down in the bullpen there. I would assume that would be Mr. Evan Allen.
Looks like a pinch hitter. There is no number 11 on that roster. So if we're being honest, we probably don't have a name for you. Maybe the Canes turn to the pen. Maybe they stay with Jacob Allen.
No.
Noah Jablonski running for Pendleton at first base.
Jacob has thrown his 93rd pitch of the evening. He's talked to wanting to let him stay in there.
And it is, as David just said, Jacob Allen. Number 11 is Trey Garrison for the Bulldogs. So big change for
Pendleton, number 14, Jackson Carter.
2 different names announced.
Yeah,
man on first.
He didn't get them.
Sorry, number 11.
It is Trey Garrison, man on first for the Bulldogs. Jacob Allen with all the control here. He's pitched at Jim here. Only 2 runs given up. Those 2 runs came on 1 swing. So not much anything else for the Bulldogs. Been able to pitch out of jam after jam. Strand runner after runner. 2 more outs here. Pick over, not in time. On deck will be the man that's 3 for 3 in Cody Williams. Allen goes right at Garrison, makes it 0-1. And that's when you feel like 16's got his best off-speed breaking balls when he gets ahead. Pickoff move once again, not in time. Trying to hold that runner, not let him get in scoring position with 1 out. Especially not with a man on deck being 3 for 3. Allen comes set, goes high to make it 1-1.
Yeah, he's 3 for 3. He's bound to make an out, right?
Yeah. He's got to be due for 1 here soon. 1-1 count, 1 out. Canes need one of those double plays they've gotten a couple times tonight. It's a ground ball right to Grayson Austin. Tip over to Porter, throw over, not in time and high. And they'll only get one, but that means there's only a man on first for Cody Williams and the Bulldogs.
1 more mile to go.
Thought maybe there for a second I spoke it into existence. The chopper over to the freshman shortstop. Another meeting out there for Jacob Allen. Allen's begging for the last out.
No, bud. Second visit, you got to go. So great job there by Jacob. Great outing for him. Looking at his total, he goes 6 2/3 of an inning, 6 hits, 2 runs, 2 earned runs, struck out 4, walked 3. Nice outing there by Mr. Allen.
He'll get the ovation he deserves after that absolute gem he just pitched, as David just gave you the line. And we'll be right back as the Canes try to close it out. 2 outs, top of the 7th. They lead 4-2 here in Piedmont. Back here at home, aforementioned Evan Allen, the man on the mound for the Canes. He's kind of stepped into that closer role ever since that walk-off hit he got against Daniel. Feels like ever since then he's been the man that's been the closer. Time to shut the lights out here at home in game 1 of the playoffs. And not a small task, as Cody Williams is 3 for 3.
Yeah, and not a lot of cheapies.
Yeah, a lot of solid base hits just through gaps. First pitch in for strike 1 with a breaking ball. 0-1 quickly. 33 is going to come in and throw some special stuff here with 2 outs. He knows he's got 3 strikes in him. Right back at him with a fastball, makes it 1-1. Of course, we thank everyone for listening tonight here at home. Canes trying to close out a 4-2 lead here on the top of the 7th. Allen gets strike 2 called. 1-2 count, 1 pitch away for 33. Canes win. They make that trip to Clinton. Of course, we've talked about it. We'll be there if we can. 1-2 count, 2 out. 33 comes set, takes a look at first. He delivers. Slider, almost got him to reach at it. 2-2. Williams wanted it. Didn't offer. 2-2. Fans kind of itching to scream about it. Allen delivers. Goes breaking ball. What a pitch. Strike 3 called. Evan Allen slams the door on the Bulldogs. They win 4-2, and we'll take that trip to Clinton. David, what a
well, I didn't see a sword. Guys got to playoff games going to be tight. Doesn't matter. That's what we used to talk about all the time. Of course, Bulldogs run came off of Slayton's big bomb, and it was big, and the Hurricanes did just enough to get what they needed to do and move on to the next round. Looks like we will be going to Clinton on Thursday night as they lead 7-3 in the bottom of the sixth. And so go on to round 2. Got your, I don't know that, I think we got 1 and 2 here, but you got Judd ready to go on Thursday night, and should be fun. Hopefully we'll be able to be there and bring it to you. Yeah. And the Hurricanes get the big one here tonight to get the first one. If you don't get the first one, you can't get the last one.
Yep. Canes win 4-2. Blake Miller, David Thompson, Austin Tripp, Ethan Mayfield. Here on the Wren Broadcast Network, we'll see you Thursday, hopefully right back here on the Diamond.